Hi ladies, today I'm going to talk about the new withdrawal procedure update that we have incorporated. I'm pretty excited about this. I think it will help a lot with the student retention rates and just being able to keep our students around a little bit longer. So anyways, if you have someone wanting to withdraw on the phone, email, or in person, the biggest thing to remember is to ask them why they are withdrawing. I mean, we love to help people, find a solution to staying with the Omaha School Music and Dance. So definitely ask them if it's a teacher issue or if it's a scheduling issue, because we're more than happy to accommodate those things. We've got many different teachers and they all have different styles as they have different backgrounds. As well as the scheduling side of things, I mean, that's really easily done with, pulling out the teacher schedule and figuring out a different day and time for the student so they can continue their lessons and courses here with us. So anyways, that's one of my biggest things, obviously, is retention and numbers and just watching the business growth and development. So that's why I'm always a big stickler on that type of stuff. Sometimes it's definitely one of those reasons, and by asking the question at that time, you've just saved the student, which is, I mean, honestly, to me, it's like a registration. So as you're saving that student, it helps our numbers. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And as to why I ask that every single desk staff member is always remembering to ask those two, well, it's just really one question in general, because it can be said in the same exact sentence, is this a scheduling or teacher issue? So it's really just one sentence that you have to say. And just trying to get on a personal level with them to try to help them out. So that's going to help everybody involved. So anyways, moving forward, you are going to get students that obviously have other things going on. So they aren't going to be continuing, maybe it's they've got bad grades, they've got so much going on that, their family quality time isn't good. Maybe it's financial. We see a lot of reasons come in, and I do check over every single withdrawal form that gets submitted into the folders, just so I can have a handle on what are the majority reasons as to why people withdraw, so I can try to have a handle on the business side of things. But anyways, from there, say you can't save them and it is a financial issue for them. From there, what I'd like to do is go ahead and get the withdrawal form started for them. And honestly, I prefer that you guys fill it out for them, so that way when they just get to the highlighted areas, that's all they have to fill out. There's nothing more to it for them. Just make it easy as pie. So anyways, that's just something that I know I'm used to doing, as well as everybody else. So just make sure that you're filling it out. If you do slide it up there by accident because you forgot, that's okay. Just walk them through the process of, their name, their address, all that good jazz, and then for sure just make sure that you talk to them about that highlighted area. I mean, that's like the most important area for me. So just go through the highlighted portion, the reason for withdrawal, do they plan to return? If yes, what month? We don't really need the date, as we're just taking, if they say they are starting in July, we're just planning on starting them the first week in July. That's just the plan, and that's when their tuition will resume for that particular month, unless they're being specific with us. They are more than welcome to write down, third week in July, or even July 18th. So just, they can be specific. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is so many people aren't specific and they aren't giving that information as to when they can restart back up. However, they're marking yes that they're going to be here. So I'm trying to make it as easy as possible on people, and I'm just finding that maybe just saying the month would cut down on a lot of confusion and a lot of saving time for people to get out their phones and look at their calendars. Like, it's fine. We'll just plan for the first week in July, Again, unless they're being specific with you. Let's see here. That's pretty much it on that. You're just really responsible for filling out the attached sheets as well, which is kind of the new structure here. So let me grab, okay, our withdrawal form here. Those are the highlighted areas that obviously I'm talking about. I know that not a lot of you work a ton of hours here, which is totally, I understand. And so just going over all this stuff, I think is vital, you know, and in detail. So anyways, then we've got the pink slip here, okay? This pink slip you fill out and you detach. We've got a staple remover up front, so just use the staple remover and detach these things so we're not tearing everything up. But anyways, you want to fill out all that information that is on there, and this goes into the teacher's mailbox, okay? The second form here, excuse me if this camera moves, gotta get my paper turned over. Okay. This is the new portion of our procedure here. This card is a class reminder card. This card is only used for if the student is continuing. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill out the back portion here of that card, okay? We're gonna put their name, their lesson date, of course, use the first week in the particular month, and their normally scheduled lesson time unless they're being specific with you. And then you could write, obviously, when they're wanting to start down here. If, like they say, you know, July 18th, we can put that on there. You're gonna write the lesson time. So say it's 4:30, you write 4:30. You're gonna write their class. So if they're in a specific dance class or if they're in an intro class, you're gonna write down what class they're continuing in, okay? If they're going to private, okay, that's totally fine too. We can write that in. So you're just gonna have to make the necessary changes or just keep them the same in their class, just depending on what they're telling you they wanna do. And then the teacher, of course, you also write down the teacher name. Okay, so this can be filled out after the student family leaves, okay? So really all you need them there for is this little guy. And once you have all this information right here, it's gonna tell you all the information you need back here. So this can be filled out after they leave. You don't need to sit there and, like, you know, make this a 10-minute ordeal. That's just gonna annoy them. So this, once you're done filling it out, is going to go back by my desk. There's like mail slots back there, and there's a mail slot that says class reminder cards. Just put it in the class reminder cards area, okay? Filed under like May, June, July. We've got sticky notes on them saying like when these need to go out. So obviously if this kiddo is starting in July, we're gonna want to just put it in July. We'll get it out prior to them starting that first week. But anyways, that's pretty much the procedure here. I mean, voila, it's done. The only thing new is really that back card here, okay? So the rest of this should be super familiar to you. You should know, you know, all the things that we should be saying when somebody's asking to withdraw. Again, I really appreciate you guys, and I really appreciate all the help that you are with the student retention side of things and with the withdrawal forms. All I ask is that you're just doing your best and asking the questions so we can help to save as many families and keep them here as we can. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. This is a shorter video, thank God. But anyways, have a good one, and I